Hi, I'm Rhonda Boyle from Melbourne, Australia, one of the 3 artistic directors for the International Stretto Piano Festival. I also coordinate the global PASC campaign, that is, Pianists for Alternatively Sized Keyboards. This is a grassroots movement that calls on piano manufacturers to make alternatively sized keyboards with keys narrower than today's conventional keyboard. Initially, I was involved in research together with Erica Booker from Sydney and my husband Robin concerning the handspans of pianists in relation to the width of the piano keyboard. The results of this research are supported by other lines of evidence, particularly from performing arts healthcare. The main conclusion is that today's keyboard, large in a historical context, is ergonomically unsuitable for a majority of pianists, around 87% of women, 25% of men and most children. In other words, handspan, a characteristic we are born with, currently limits repertoire options, musical fulfilment and enjoyment. I sometimes ask myself what keeps me going in the face of an industry seemingly uninterested in breaking with tradition. A tradition that involves a keyboard standardised in the late 19th century that suits hands of those lucky enough to have been born with hands of a certain size. I can think of 3 things that keep me going. Firstly, the incredible volunteers around the world who rally around raising awareness in the piano world and who then perform and teach on pianos with narrow keys. Some have become catalysts for new projects, including 2 new digital startups currently poised to enter the market. And of course, we now have the wonderful International Stretto Piano Festival initiated by Hannah Ryman, this year involving more than 30 pianists across 5 continents. The second thing that keeps me going, the personal stories I hear or read from the growing number of pianists who contact me or share their stories online. I'll read you just a couple of these now. A performer of 60 years, teacher of 25 years. I'm tired of explaining to children and small-handed adults that there is nothing they can do but modify the notes they play to achieve some pieces. I'm tired of losing excited students when they realise that playing the piano at an advanced level hurts. Very few of my students go on and they all have big hands. Second comment. Imagine being a plus-sized woman, but all the clothing you can buy is a size XS. That's what it's like having only one standard keyboard size. Quite frankly, I'm 17. I want to become a professional pianist in the future, but I don't want my dreams to be killed just because mainstream manufacturing companies ignore the cries of millions of pianists for the sake of saving face. Please make smaller keyboards available. Not everyone is a tall European male. The solid evidence that shows just how many pianists are effectively handicapped by small hands. As I said, 87% of adult women, 25% of men and most children. Just think about how many pianists around the world that represents. A woman with an average span cannot hope to play the complete set of Chopin etudes nor all of the Beethoven sonatas at a level high enough to have any hope of winning a prize in an international competition or making a top recording. The Stretto Festival shines a light on just a few of these pianists, those lucky enough to have access to narrow keys now. Some will perform pieces they could not contemplate performing on the conventional piano keyboard. Our goal is for piano manufacturing to evolve over the coming decades so that all pianists around the world have the choice, as they currently do with most musical instruments. Thank you for listening.